Good evening, here's another gaming video for you. This time it's about Deus Ex Human Revolution. This is one of my favorite games of all time, I think, absolutely. It's a action RPG cyberpunk type of game, and the story is that you play as Adam Jensen here, this dude, and you are chief of security, head of security for Seraph Industries in the city of Detroit, year 2027, because that's when this takes place, year 2027, and you are and the company is gets attacked, and Adam nearly gets killed. So in order to save his life, his boss David Seraph decides to augment him with prosthetics and cybernetics and whatnot, like biomechanic augmentations, and then you basically travel across the globe, and you go to you start out in Detroit, and then you go to Shanghai, and then Montreal, and then the Arctic Ocean. So it's and the design work in this game is pretty neat, I would say. It's just mind-blowing. It's like definitely up there with Blade Runner when it comes to these cyberpunk type of environments, you know, and stuff like that. So that's the story, basically, that you go travel across the globe and search for clues as to who was behind that attack 6 months ago, and you are now augmented. And during the entire game, it's like the developers Eidos Montreal, they they've almost like they have seen into the future and almost very accurately portrays in this game what the future will look like. Because the reality in Deus Ex Human Revolution, Deus Ex becomes more real for every day that passes by. I mean, the scientists today, they have technology that they have basically laid much of the groundwork for the type of technology that is in this game, and the whole debate about whether or not it's right to augment yourself, to replace like your arm perhaps, or your hand, or your eyes, or your whatever you want to fuck replace with something that's not organic, that's cybernetic, it's synthetic and mechanic and robotic, you know. So I love that about this game, that undercurrent that goes through it all, that red thread that weaves through a game like that. It's done so beautifully, I think. And characters you will meet characters that are anti-augs, that they don't like augmentations. I think it's morally wrong, or it's of religious it's the religious beliefs that hinders them and that's the reason why they think it's wrong. Personally, I would like my eyes. I need glasses. I just don't have them on me right now. For example, so if the Deus Ex reality comes to pass, if it really goes down that way in the future, I could definitely think of replacing my organic eyes. That is, they are not perfect. Like, I don't see very well without glasses. So I would definitely replace them with mechanical eyes. Definitely, I would definitely do that. And if you think about it, like, these are like augmentations also, ordinary glasses, only that because they enhance my eyesight, and so it's a very crude form of augmentation, really, like pacemaker, or stuff like that, you know. So it's very crude, but the groundwork is just, it's like laid out for, and if the scientists and if science continues down this path that it's currently heading in, if they head in that direction with implants and cybernetics and all this augmentations and leg prosthesis, arm prosthesis, and this kind of thing, it could very well be that 10 to 20 years from now 20 years from now probably we could be living Deus Ex. Imagine that. It's pretty interesting when you think about it, but maybe also kind of a bit scary. Yeah, so that's about the themes that the game has, and also love about nothing is right or wrong really in Deus Ex. It's very much grey everywhere, a lot of grey zones. Nothing is, each choice is, the choices you make are equally valid, like almost somehow. And that goes for the endings, because each ending offers something that mankind, or you personally, that mostly mankind, could benefit from. But at the same time, it's also, there's negative aspects to them also. So yeah, I love when games does that, when it presents you, when it's almost like real life, you know. I'm a sucker for that kind of thing. So let's talk about some gameplay. The gameplay is pretty much first person, but it switches to third person if you, in most conversations it switches to third person, and if you like take cover, for instance, then it switches to third person also, but mostly it's first person, not third. And it's I don't think I really have any big problems with the game gameplay wise. I don't think the sound in it is awesome as well. I think the graphics are amazing. Well, mostly the design, maybe is the art direction. That's just mind blowing, you know. When it comes to everything, every tiniest detail, very good stuff indeed. But overall the graphics are okay, they're nice, you know. The only thing is that sometimes the mouth movement can be a little off in conversations and such, but it wasn't something that I paid too much attention to anyway, so for me it's like whatever, still kicks ass. And the whole level up system with praxis kits and augmentations and all the different ways you can build up your Adam Jensen, it's really fun. It's really fun. Personally, for me personally, I like to mix it up, you know. Like, I always max out my dermal armor, but then I always have the tactical cloak and smart vision, and this, when you break through walls like that, and I always max out hacking and the battery, and always take this flash suppressant that's in the I category, I think it was, in the menu. Yeah, I think so. So I never follow the stealth path or the combat path or something like that, because for me Deus Ex plays best when you try to sneak as much as possible, because there's not a lot of ammo in the game. It's really not. You just, yeah, like when I played it last time, in the end I had like, I think a little over 200 shots for the combat rifle, for instance. But that ammo is kind of common in the game also, but still it's pretty hard to find certain types of ammo. So I just go for the combat rifle, twin barrel shotgun, and the longsword whisperhead silenced sniper, like these things. All these things I usually go for, that I got with the augmented edition here. Yeah, and it's very. So yeah, I don't have any big gripes with the game, none whatsoever. To me, it's pretty damn perfect, actually. Yeah, but sometimes it can get frustrating, you know, like you're sitting there like, oh my god, what the fuck? Like, you know, you can sometimes I could get really frustrated in certain places, but that doesn't happen so often anyway. So just sometimes, I don't know, maybe I have had a bad gaming day or something like that. I don't know really, actually. Yeah. So and this is. Oh yeah, that's right. I also loved the kind of like boss battles you had, not the ones where you fight with a gun and so, not those. I didn't mind those either, mind you, but I meant those when you're in this conversation when if you have the social enhancer, it becomes extra cool actually, which I always take. Social enhancer, I can't manage without it. Like when you because with certain characters they're like this, like it's yeah, like you have to check out the personality traits of the character, and then try to pick the right alternative, what you're going to say, and then after a while, if you're lucky, you can activate your pheromones. But then it's really important that you take the right one, because it's like the person could be alpha, beta, or omega, right? So if it's an alpha person and you activate your pheromones and say that you didn't, maybe he was maxed out alpha, and maybe he had just like he had 1 point in omega, for instance. Fucker. Then if you take omega, then it's just blown to hell. Then it's impossible. So I enjoyed those as well. Thought it was very intriguing actually. Yeah, this game, it's another one I will give like almost full points for, you know, like 10 out of 10 maybe. Yeah, maybe because this game really gets you thinking, and about where humanity is headed, where mankind is headed, and is it right or not to augment yourself, and so on and so forth. Because it has very serious, and it's a very deep game. I feel very deep game. And there's not a lot of games that is that deep, I think. Not when it comes to like like this subliminal stuff, you know, the different underlying meanings in the game and so forth. So yeah, I should mention I actually I have played the first Deus Ex also for PlayStation 2, the first one that came out. But I still prefer I still prefer Human Revolution actually. I really do. I think it's just an amazing game. It's a work of art. It's a work of art, definitely. It's very addictive when you start to upgrade your augmentations also, and you go around and look for practice kits and looking for secret areas which give you XP so you can upgrade more, and so on and so on. So yeah, it's pretty damn fun. And the voice actors, I think, did a fantastic job in this game also. They really did. And the story has lots of twists and turns and surprises, you know. So I was like hooked straight through till the end. Definitely. So yeah, if you want a deep, challenging, and just an engrossing experience, then I would definitely recommend Deus Ex Human Revolution.